What's up, guys? My name is Brandon. You guys can call me Swifterrs, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video here on my channel. Today I am coming at you guys with a super exciting video because in today's video we're going to be taking a look at 10 skins you have but you never use. In today's video we are going to be taking a much closer look at every single skin found within the game, and I'm going to be bringing you guys my top 10 list of skins that you guys probably have in your locker, but these are skins that you guys probably never use. Now, before we do get started with today's video, I do want you guys to let me know right now down in the comment section below, what are some skins that you guys have but you never use? Personally, I can think of a ton of them, but I'm going to be going over a lot of them throughout the rest of today's video. So let's get right into it, taking a look at the top 10 skins you have but you never use. Alrighty, guys, so as I said, the majority of skins that we will be taking a look at in today's video are all skins that I actually own, and I have all of these skins in my locker, but from personal experience and personal use, or I guess lack of use, these are all skins that I obviously have, but I pretty much never use. Of course, I am going to be going over some skins that I'm sure a lot of you guys may actually use as well, but from my personal experience, these are all going to be skins that I have in my locker, but skins that I don't use. So to go ahead and start this video off, the very first skin that you may have but you never use is a skin that came to the game back in Season 2. This is the Blue Squire. Now, this is a skin that came to the game with the Season 2 Battle Pass, and you guys actually unlocked it at Tier 1 of that Battle Pass, so you didn't need to rank up at all. All you guys needed to do was purchase the Season 2 Battle Pass, and as you guys can see, this is a pretty unique looking skin, and it's actually considered a rare skin today, just because you obviously needed to have been playing Fortnite since back in Season 2. Now, when this skin first came to the Battle Pass and it was first introduced into the game, I really didn't think it was all that awesome of a skin. I still don't find it to be all that cool, and if I'm gonna be honest, guys, I really very rarely see anyone rocking the Blue Squire. So if you guys have been playing Fortnite since back in Season 2 and you have this skin, I can almost guarantee that you probably don't use it. On the other hand, there is actually a female version of the Blue Squire called the Royal Knight, and personally I actually use the Royal Knight. It looks very similar to the Blue Squire, however it's just a female character rather than a male character, so I do use the Royal Knight, which is the female version of the Blue Squire, but as the Blue Squire stands, it may be a skin that you guys have but you never use. Moving on to the next skin, this is another Battle Pass skin. However, rather than it being a Season 2 skin, this is a Season 3 skin. Here we have the Rust Lord. This is a skin that you guys unlocked at Tier 23 of the Season 3 Battle Pass, and I don't know about you guys, I do not like this skin at all. When this skin first came to the game, you could not find a lobby when someone was not using the Rust Lord. Now, whenever you got killed by the Rust Lord, it absolutely infuriated you. So whenever I see someone rocking it today, which is very rarely, I always get super pissed off if they just so happen to kill me. Now, as I said, I've been playing since Season 1, so this is obviously a skin that I personally have in my locker, and I do not use it because there is a huge negative stigma and a negative connotation surrounding the Rust Lord, so I can almost guarantee that this is also a skin that you guys have in your locker but you never use. Continuing on to the next skin that you guys probably have but you never use, this is another Battle Pass skin. Here we actually have a Season 4 skin. This is the Battle Hawk. Now, this is a skin that you guys unlocked at Tier 1 of the Season 4 Battle Pass, and from the start of when I saw this skin, I knew for a fact I was never going to use it. To this day, I have still never used the Battle Hawk, and I can guarantee I don't plan on doing it, just because I really do not think that the Battle Hawk is all that cool, all that interesting, or all that unique of a skin. So, very similar to the Battle Hawk, we actually have another Season 4 skin. Here we have the Zoe. Now, this is a skin that you guys unlocked at Tier 47 of the Season 4 Battle Pass, and when Season 4 dropped, this was a skin that you guys could not go a game without seeing. So many people used to use this skin. Hey, this is a skin that I used to really like, and I would say that this is a skin I used for the majority of Season 4 until I ended up locking the Tier 100 skin being the Omega. But now, the Zoe is sort of a lost skin. There are very few games that you run into someone using the Zoe, and don't get me wrong, at once it was a pretty unique looking skin, but overall, this skin has sort of evolved into a rather ugly looking skin. So personally, this is a skin that I have have. I'm sure a lot of you guys have it in your locker as well, because I'm sure you guys have been playing since Season 4, but I'm sure it's a skin that, like myself, you guys probably do not use anymore all that much. So moving on to another very similar skin to the previous two, here we actually have our final Season 4 skin that you probably have but you do not use. This is the Valor. This is a skin that you guys unlocked at tier 71 of that Season 4 Battle Pass, and this is another skin that I was personally extremely excited to unlock and extremely excited to use. Now, I've said this in a ton of my previous videos, I am a huge fan of the female characters here in Fortnite. I personally find them to be a lot cooler than the male skins. That's my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree with me. So because of that, I was very excited to eventually unlock the Valor. When I obviously unlocked it, it was a skin I used a decent amount, but over time, the Valor has sort of become very similar to the Zoe in a sense, where it's sort of just become a very ugly skin, and there are very few games today where you see players rocking the Valor. So with all of those Season 4 skins that I just mentioned, I can only assume that these are skins that you guys probably have in your locker, but these are skins that, like myself, you guys probably never use. Continuing on to the next skin, I promise you guys, this is the last Battle Pass skin for today's video. Here we have the Huntress. This is a skin I'm sure pretty much everyone watching this video definitely has, because obviously this is a Season 5 skin. You do unlock this at tier 1 of the Season 5 Battle Pass. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am really not a huge fan of the Huntress, and when Season 5 first came out, I believe I did a ranking the Season 5 Battle Pass skins video here on my channel, and if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm recalling correctly, I believe I ranked the Huntress as one of the top 2 worst skins in the Season 5 Battle Pass. Don't get me wrong, it's a pretty interesting and unique looking skin, but for my personal taste, I am really not a huge fan. I used it for a couple of games as soon as the Season 5 Battle Pass came out, but personally, I'm really not a huge fan of it. It's a skin that I have in my locker, but it's a skin I can guarantee you that I don't use. Moving on to another skin that you guys probably have but you never use. This is a pretty old skin as it came to the game back in April. Here we have the Rogue Agent. For those of you who don't know, the Rogue Agent is a skin that came to the game, I believe, back in April with the first ever starter pack. So I ended up purchasing the first starter pack just because it was a really good deal. You got an epic skin, a pretty awesome back bling, and 600 V-Bucks for $4.99. However, the Rogue Agent is a skin that I personally do not see all that much, just because it's pretty much a skin that inexperienced or noob-like players use. So if you guys ended up purchasing the first starter pack, you obviously have this skin in your locker, but it's a skin that you guys probably really don't use all that much. Moving on to the next skin, this is a skin that came to the game a couple of months ago. Here we have the Sub Commander. This is a skin that you guys can no longer get anymore, just because it was a skin that came to the game with the first ever Twitch Prime pack, and when this skin was first introduced, it was a pretty big deal just because Twitch and Epic Games had partnered up with one another to introduce some pretty exclusive free content into Fortnite if you guys were Twitch Prime members. Now obviously, if you guys are Twitch Prime members, you most likely got this skin for free. However, in my personal opinion, it really isn't all that awesome or all that cool of a skin, so personally it's a skin I have in my locker, but it's a skin that I don't use. Moving on to our 9th skin that you guys have, but you probably never use. This is an item shop skin. Here we have the Venturi. The Venturi is a skin that came to the game a couple of months ago, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe Epic Games put it back in the item shop just a few days ago, or maybe even a week or two ago, so it's really not all that rare of a skin, and when it first came to the game, I thought it was one of the coolest looking skins, but shortly after I bought it, I sort of regretted my purchase, just because it really isn't all that awesome of a skin, and honestly, I'm really not a huge fan of it anymore, so I bought it the very first day it was in the item shop, and it's a skin I have in my locker right now, and it's also a skin I really don't see too many people using today, so that's why I've decided to include it in today's video. Moving on to the 10th and final skin in today's video that you guys have but you never use. This is the Love Ranger. Now the Love Ranger is obviously a Valentine's Day skin that Epic Games has constantly put back in the item shop multiple times, and the reason why I know the majority of people watching this video have the skin but never use it is because I can only assume that you guys bought the Love Ranger only for the Love Wings backbling. That's what I did. When the Love Ranger was in the item shop, I bought it exclusively for the Love Wings back bling, just because the wings, in my opinion, are a pretty awesome back bling, and that is the only reason why I have the Love Ranger. It's obviously a skin in my locker. I do use its Love Wings back bling, but I never actually use the skin itself. So guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and feedback about the 10 skins that you guys have in your locker but you never use in the comment section below. Regardless, that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be sure to catch you guys later.